Marcinkowska, Polish light heavyweight. She'll be boxing out of the, Polish welterweight. She'll be boxing out of the blue corner as we just await the appearance and the introduction of both of the boxers to make their way towards the boxing ring. So Russia have had finalists in 2 bouts so far.
So ladies and gentlemen, now we start the final.
Having won that previous one, get themselves their first gold medal of the tournament.
To the red corner from India,
with 3 women boxers in contention for gold for Russia here today. But back to matters at hand. And here is Arundhati Choudhary, 18 years of age, 2019 National Youth Championship gold medalist at 69 kilograms. And in the same year, she took continental bronze at the Asian Championships at 69 kilogram welterweight. Produced a solid display in her semi-final. To our point, Uzbekistan's Kadichabanu Abdullayeva, unanimous points decision victory, preparing for her 4th bout in this final. Now there's only 9 women who made up the 69 kilogram welterweight division, so we had to have 1 contest in a round of 16, and it was Choudhary who competed in it.
and now, ladies and gentlemen, please introduce to the blue corner.
So the busiest boxer in this tournament, Marcinkowska, preparing for a 3rd bout here in this final. And what a reception she is receiving. We've got COVID-19 safe conditions here at the Hala Legionov, but my goodness, the volunteers and those in attendance are making a terrific atmosphere. Marcinkowska prevailing on a 3-2 split against Jasmine Kizatova of Kazakhstan. It was a very tight contest, 29-28 took them all across the board. We've got judges from Korea, Ukraine, Guatemala, Ireland and Jordan scoring this one. But it was an impossibly tight contest. And then in her quarterfinal, she won on appeal against Anastasia Kuleva of Russia to progress through to her semi. So it's been a hard road to the championship final bout for Barbara Marcinkowska, who comes in here as the 2020 National Youth Championship gold medalist at 69 kilograms and took a bronze on the continental stage that same year. Plenty of junior titles at lower weight classes on a domestic stage as well. Sergei Kuratasov is the referee as we await the opening bell in what promises to be a fascinating contest. India looking to make it 5 out of 5 in terms of gold medal successes. Poland had a gold medal gold medal contender in the first contest and came away with championship silver. So the tall, upright Barbara Marcinkowska possesses a very good left jab. The southpaw Choudhary, wearing red, possesses terrific uppercuts. She was very solid in her semi-final, was Choudhary, and there's a left cross that she gets through with, and she's bringing the heat and putting pressure on Marcinkowska in the opening 30 seconds of this 69 kilogram welterweight final. So the 2 boxers fencing with the lead hands. Choudhary content to go on the back foot momentarily as Marcinkowska looked to get over her front foot. She possesses a lovely lead left when she gets it working. Haven't seen much evidence of it so far against Choudhary. So a minute gone in this opening round, and there you see Marcinkowska half thought about committing to an attack but didn't commit fully, didn't pull the trigger, and that invited Choudhary to let her hands go with a cluster of shots. Didn't really find the range with any of them, and both boxers still looking to establish their range. Been plenty of feeling out, plenty of feinting. Choudhary committing to her punches but going over the head of Marcinkowska, who dipped down low. So midway through the opening round, and that's a solid left hand from Choudhary, who kept the attack going, doing so once again. Marcinkowska trying to counter off the spin, but wasn't able to find any accuracy with her punch picking. So Choudhary is looking to counter once again. And you see she keeps the attacks going. There's a flailing attack, but both boxers still yet to really establish their rhythm in this opening round. There's been plenty of punches thrown in the 69kg welterweight final. But the accuracy will need to be improved by both boxers. There's a solid right jab landed by Choudhary, and then she catches MARCINKOWSKA on the way out with a 1-2 combination. MARCINKOWSKA looking for the backhand, but it was evaded by a nice slip to the left from Choudhary. Choudhary looking to bring the left cross into play. MARCINKOWSKA wasn't too far away with that right hand. She's getting plenty of encouragement from her compatriots here in the Halilegianov. But she hasn't really found the range. Perhaps that's a way to discover it. Keep pecking away with that left hand. That right hand over the top brought a cheer from the crowd in attendance here, but it was blocked by the gloves as Choudhary comes forward, and 2 shots do get through during the course of that forward foray. Well, a round where there wasn't much accurate punching, I think the aggression from Choudhary was more effective in the burst where she demonstrated it, and there is confirmation from the judges, all 5 scoring in favor of the Indian boxer.
It's probably the tightest round we've had all day so far, really, because, as you say, nobody really got through with anything particularly clean. And when you have that kind of situation and you can't separate fighters on that primary criteria of clean punching, then you do go to other things. And one of the things that judges will always look for is essentially who looks a bit more like the boss in there, who's on the front foot, who's looking to be proactive rather than reactive. And Choudhary, by the token of the fact that she's more aggressive, I think that's what got her the nod with the judges at ringside there. MARCINKOWSKA stands up really straight, really tall. A couple of times she threw that 1-2 nicely with some power, and that's what she's got to do, throw that more in the second round.
So into the second round then. Both boxers out to center ring, and again, the sparring with the lead hand continues, but look at how Choudhary is able to maintain her attack, but during the course of that advance, she didn't land with anything. Looking for a left cross to the body. But again, short by some distance because neither boxer really taking their feet with them on the punch attempts. The referee just reminding Choudhary of her responsibility to remain facing her opponent, not allowed to turn your back. Another tangle on the inside. Choudhary trying to work away with her left hand to the body. So a minute gone, and there's been precious little point scoring in this second round so far. And MARCINKOWSKA, she conceded the opening round 10-9, but at this type of tempo, both boxers have a terrific opportunity to make an impression, because there is plenty of activity in the boxing ring, but not much accurate punching. And if somebody could seize that, even a 20-second burst as MARCINKOWSKA's flashing right hand on the retreat brings a cheer from the crowd. And in a contest where there is such a paucity of accurate punch output, that could well be decisive. She tries for the same shot once again, looking for a left hook, a check left hook as she was spinning out. Good right jab gets through from Choudhary, who again looks to keep the attack going. Left hook from Choudhary catches MARCINKOWSKA as she's retreating. So we're beyond the halfway point as Choudhary really commits to a left hand, but was short. The follow-up right hand on the retreat did score from the Indian boxer. Well, I've seen Choudhary do this on a few occasions, and I think the referee is well within his rights there. We see this habit of AIBA boxers sometimes taking a knee, raising their arm. It's not the kind, you don't have timeouts in the sport of boxing. The referee is there in charge, and after that brief intermission, it's Choudhary onto the front foot, and that marauding attack put MARCINKOWSKA under pressure and did include some point-scoring punches. But I think it's a really risky tactic because, as the referee said, box, MARCINKOWSKA would have been well within her rights to take what was effectively a free shot with a boxer not protecting herself. So final 30 seconds of the second round. And again, I think a burst of sustained quality could still turn this round one way or the other. Most ferocious exchange we've had of the gold medal bout, and it was Choudhary who got the better of it during that coming together. 10-second clapper has sounded, closing stages. MARCINKOWSKA dipping beneath the left arm of the woman in red. And there's the second round in the book, and I happen to think it's Choudhary who will take that one once again.
Agreed, agreed. And there come the scores, 20 points to 18, so she's got clear water between herself and Barbara MARCINKOWSKA. And Choudhary, quite simply, just landed the greater volume of scoring punches. There was no great mystery about how she won that round. MARCINKOWSKA does have some tools. As we said, she's got that height and she can snap in that 1-2 at times. She caught her with a nice, clean left hook at one stage as well. But when you look at that exchange there, it's Choudhary who's really punching with intent when she comes forward. And it isn't like MARCINKOWSKA doesn't have successes, but there's a slightly kind of desperate air about some of the punches she throws at times, because she knows that her opponent's always going to be coming forward, and she's finding it difficult to keep her off. And we're touching distance away from yet another gold medal for India.
Third round.
Box.
So into the third and final round then, and the woman wearing blue, Barbara MARCINKOWSKA of Poland, needs an almighty final round because she trails 20 points to 18, 2 rounds to nothing on the 10-point must system, having conceded the opening 2 rounds 10-9 unanimously. So she's got to find some aggression, she's got to increase her punch output, and I think we're already at the round where she's got to roll the dice and go for this now. She's taken tremendous inspiration from the fact that she's competing on home soil to get her through her 2 previous bouts. Really dug deep in the semi-final to prevail against Jasmine Kizatova. And she needs a similar type of effort here because she's got a significant deficit to overturn, having conceded the opening 2 rounds. And if you're boxing at this type of tempo, well, the more the seconds tick away, the more you're entering the realm of needing a one-shot finish. The letters KO or RSC going to be required for MARCINKOWSKA unless she does something drastic and different in the remaining 2 minutes. But we're not seeing any sign that she's going to or has it within her wherewithal to do anything different. And again, when you've got a puncher like Choudhary across the ring, it can make you a little more reticent, a little less willing to just go for broke, because there can be a heavy price to pay. But MARCINKOWSKA, no doubt that she's giving it everything she has, but she's not been able to find the accuracy or the consistent punch output so far. And with half of the third and final round gone, well, her task becoming more and more difficult as Choudhary scores with a good double right jab. While MARCINKOWSKA hasn't been able to raise her tempo or increase the pressure or the punch output. And so Choudhary just content to remain on the back foot and spear out long right jabs occasionally, so she doesn't invoke the ire of the referee for not engaging. But MARCINKOWSKA, she takes her left hand on the inside of the bent arm variety from Choudhary. MARCINKOWSKA not suggesting for a moment she's settling for World Championship silver, and it's been a terrific accomplishment to get this far. But this tempo of boxing simply isn't going to get it done. And again, the seconds continue to tick away, just tilting a contest where Choudhary already had the advantage more and more in her favor. MARCINKOWSKA just not able to fight against her instinct. She's a natural punch picker, very patient, and she hasn't been able to become the front foot aggressor that she would have been required to be here in the third round to turn things around. There she lands an arcing right hand over the top. But as the 10-second clapper sounds, it is going to be 5 out of 5 for the Indian boxing squad here at the finals of the World Youth Boxing Championships in Kielce. So a burst of activity to conclude this contest, but I think the decision is a mere formality, and it will be Choudhary who will occupy the top spot, the gold medal rostrum in the women's 69kg welterweight division. taking charge in rounds 2 and 3, in rounds 1 and 2, comparatively, because she was simply the busier boxer with the higher punch output.
Absolutely, absolutely. Marcinkowska, as I said, at the end of both rounds did have her moments in that fight, but just look at everything really in terms of punches landed. Choudhary was superior in terms of aggression, front foot pressure, everything all round. She was the superior fighter of the two, and it's 5 out of 5. It's astonishing.
With unanimous decision from the red corner, Arundhati, CHOUDHARY, India.
Absolute delight etched all over the face of Arundhati Choudhary. The Indian boxer is the 69kg AIBA Youth World Women's Boxing Champion, coming away with a brilliant gold medal in the 69kg welterweight division. A salute to people in attendance here at the Halalegianov, and just look at what it means to her and her coaching team. Absolute delight and jubilation